Under the eternal twilight skies and the dappled canopies of the Feywild, Rosemary Tulip came into the world with an illustrious lineage, the esteemed offspring of the Feywild's preeminent knights. Her parents wielded a combination of magic and martial prowess that protected their realm from myriad dangers, and from the earliest whispers of her existence, Rosemary was nurtured to walk a similar path. Matching their valor with her own unyielding heart, she was a bright beacon poised to continue their legacy of guardianship over the Feywild. In the company of Noah, Nessa, Clara, and Lily, fellow scions of nobility and magic, Rosemary flourished. The five of them, known fondly as the Fey Five, or the Five Roses, were inseparable. Their bond was forged not only through woven spells and shared secrets, but also through misadventures peppered with youthful impropriety and joyous camaraderie. Together, they sang a song of friendship, a melody of optimism and courage that promised to conquer adversity. Adversity, as it transpired, would soon test their convictions. The invasion of Bulga the Doomspear shattered their idyllic lives, plunging them into despair as they watched their vibrant homeland decimated under orcish siege. For young Rosemary, the trauma etched itself deeply upon witnessing Bulga's brutal assault, culminating in the heart-rending loss of her parents, heroes in her eyes, felled before her by the vicious conqueror. In a moment of raw vengeance, Rosemary, still so young, seized a sword and sought to strike against Bulga, but her tender years and innocent rage were no match for such a foe. Defeated and captured, she bore witness, alongside her friends, to the sacrificial ritual that robbed them of their queen. Separated from her companions and thrust into the grim chains of slavery, Rosemary's fate led her to an insidious artificer, a being of malevolence who saw in her not a child, but a vessel for his wicked designs. With each grotesque experiment performed upon her, aimed at crafting something monstrous from her fairy grace, time blurred into a waking nightmare. In these dark days, the echo of her friendship song became her sole bastion of sanity, a serenade whispering defiance against despair. When the twisted experiments reached their cataclysmic crescendo, Rosemary emerged forever altered. She became akin to a fairy she-hulk, raw power surging beneath a facade of fragile innocence. In unleashing her fury, her tormentors were undone, and in a tempestuous storm of emotion, her escape wrought havoc across the laboratory and its confines. Enter Halfa Ababenstone, a towering figure of strength and compassion, accompanied by her unlikely partner, Jack, a pragmatic human artificer, intertwined with Halfa through a relationship of complexity and depth. Halfa's compassion and strength provided a counterpoint to Rosemary's unleashed rage, halting the young fairy's rampage, but never her spirit. In understanding and empathy, Halfa's presence calmed the flames of her wrath. Jack's examination of Rosemary, while filled with hope, ended in solemn conclusions. There was no reverting the course that fate had charted, and the changes wrought upon Rosemary were now forever woven into her bloodline. Yet, from that moment of despair, emerged a cocoon of newfound love and mentorship. Together, Halfa and Jack offered Rosemary a semblance of family and purpose, nurturing her burgeoning abilities and providing solace amidst chaos. Through these bonds, Rosemary rediscovered agency. Her laughter mingled again with love as she watched the union of Halfa and Jack bloom into a family of their own. Her influence nurtured through the warmth she fostered between them. And when the time came for goodbyes, Rosemary set her sights upon distant horizons. Resolved to reunite with her dispersed friends, she vowed to seek justice and reclaim the harmony the Doomspear had shattered. Thus, the journey of Rosemary Tulip among the Five Roses continued, emblazoned with hope, bearing a torch of redemption to light the way forward.